Jones.
Hook and stuff. Like, I feel like Bob the Builder today. I feel very accomplished. I mean, so I can only hope and pray that the world can hear me, because I am on the air. I think I'm on the air. And hey, if I'm not, try to call me. It doesn't matter. So I have two special guests in the building with me. I have a mom and daughter combo. And they both some boss chicks. I got my daughter over there recording, but that's only because I made her come. I'm bribing her or whatever. That's what I do. That's what parents do. I have Nevaeh, the kid author, in the building. I have Raina. Is it Pretty Girl Hustle? Is that what's your Instagram?
It's Pretty Girl Hustle.
Okay, it's Pretty Girl Hustle. So both of them are authors, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I gotta ask, you both want to get on the mic at the same time?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Grab that mic for me. Mom, slide up. There's usually another one that goes right here, but you know what? I think I'm going to have to go in the closet and find that. So, just take turns and share. Just share. Okay, so Nevaeh, did you bring your book?
Yes, I surely did.
She's so cute. Let me see this, girl. Y'all see this? Ooh. Ooh. The name of this book is Overcoming a Bully. Now, Nevaeh, these look like kids on this book. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question later. This is the first edition. Okay, so first edition for the little slow people means there's more to follow. Is that correct? You got some more. Okay. Tell me a little bit about your book.
So basically, it's all about when... Oh.
You can move this part. It moves. It'll stretch over to her. Yeah. There you go.
So basically, it's all about when I first started elementary and I started getting bullied about how the size of my body, like the way that I looked and stuff, the way that I dressed, everything about me was what people liked about me. So I decided to grow up and just forget about what they're saying about me and just ignore them. And I am a sensitive person. I'm a shy person too. And I just decided to write a book and show everybody how I feel and how I helped and solved my problems.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have mental problems, but I can get over those. And then I wrote a book to help others who have been bullied.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, you mentioned you have mental problems. Okay. Is this self-diagnosed or is this clinically diagnosed? It's clinically diagnosed?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, at what age were you diagnosed with having mental issues?
I'll say about 7. Yeah.
7. Girl, I got them too, though. So, them people bullying you. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you this because you just had a birthday. You're a Scorpio.
Yep.
You just turned 11. Girl, I like you. I'm a Scorpio, too. My birthday Thursday. Woo, woo. We going to be turned up. I mean, your turn up and my turn up is different. What you do?
I had went to a hotel and I invited my friends. 3 of my friends, because I couldn't, corona. But,
Yeah.
We had fun. The pool was dirty and they didn't want nobody in it because of corona, but...
Right.
No.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it already sounds like you having more fun than I'm going to have, because I don't even think I got 3 friends. Seriously. I'm saying I can't even got 1, 2. That's
I
it.
Friend.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. We having a slumber party. Me and the girls. No boys invited. I'm just letting you guys know. Okay, so the book, you actually sat down and wrote that by yourself? Okay. Now, let me ask you, because adults get bullied.
Mm-hmm.
I deal with the same things you do. I get made fun of because of my body. Believe that or not, I'm going to tell you, in this industry, it's very, very hard. The reason why it's so hard is because a lot of women, and I'm sure you see them, Mom, you're going to have to show her if she ain't seen them. Right. A lot of women on Instagram, back in the day, to go have plastic surgery, it was very costly. And we only knew about the Caucasian people getting it done. So if I I don't know if this happened in the reality TV era where it's become more popular among African American women, but now everybody is going and they are having serious surgery done. They got butts and boobs and all of that, and you know, mine is just from age and gravity at this point. Cardi B has had several. Cardi B has been very transparent about it. The only thing is with those surgeries, you have to keep going. You have to keep spending money to maintain them after certain years. So in this particular industry that I'm in, the music and the acting and all of that, those girls get looked at a little bit more. So my advice to you is you're definitely on the right track. You probably don't have mental issues unless you growling at people. You growling at people. My ex-husband used to growl at me, but that's a whole nother show. Girl, that's a whole nother show. Come see me when you're 16. We'll talk about it. But basically, you know, mental health is real. I will say that. And I do commend you guys on talking to somebody because we do need that. There may be some things you can talk to about with your therapist that you can't talk to mom about. You know, my kids normally talk about me behind my back. Girl, they do. I be reading their minds and their thoughts. That one over there just said, I can't believe she just said that out loud. Look at her face. You see her face? That's what she doing right now. But she cute though. It's all good. So I commend you on doing this project. So when did this come out?
It came out about 4 to 5 weeks ago.
4 to 5 weeks ago. Now, who did the artwork? She's so cute, y'all.
I don't know, Bohem?
Who found him? Mom, you found him for her?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to give Mom the mic when we come back. I'm going to, oh Lord, let me try to find a clean song with no cussing right quick. Because I got a baby in here and y'all know I be turned up. But here is Neo with Pinky Ring featuring OT Genesis. Play with it. Y'all should see my screen. My screen is ridiculous. Okay, so before we left off with Neo, y'all, I gotta tell y'all, Neo, obviously that song is a little bit old. The reason why that song is old is because Neo is actually back with his wife. And now he back to making love music. God, Jesus, but whatever. Okay, so I got Raina, Pretty Girl Hustle, and her daughter Nevaeh, kid author Nevaeh, the kid author, in the building with me.
Don't forget about me, Mommy.
Oh, she said show her book, honey. You know how much work she put into this? Mama, stop tripping. Okay, so before we went for a little quick break, if that's what you want to call it, we were actually talking to Nevaeh. It's heavy spelled backwards, I know that. My best friend's daughter's middle name is Nevaeh. You must be a special kid. And you're a Scorpio. Look at you. I'm proud of you, girl.
You have kids too.
So we were, who got kids? Oh, me. Oh, yeah. I know I got kids, girl. I'm proud of you, too. So, Mom, we were kind of talking about how she got involved with that and you helping her. So, when she decided that she wanted to take on this project, did she come to you and talk to you about it?
Yes, she did.
I sent her a whole entire letter.
You are smart. Because you know what I tell my kids? When they about to ask me for something, talk to me like I'm the president. Your mom tell you that? She's telling you something because you're very well mannered and very well spoken. I think when they approach us, they have to come to us with their ideas or their thoughts, even if it's can I go somewhere, because the last thing you want the kids to do is get out in the world and not know how to approach people. So if you want to convince me to let you go do something or to buy you something, you got to have all your ducks in a row. You can't go see the president, I mean the current person that's in office. You probably could go throw him anything, but when it was Obama, you would have to have a game plan. You know, you had to go in there, look, these are the plans, this is what I want, and show them, convince them why it's gonna work. So you wrote her a whole letter. What'd the letter say?
It said, Dear Mommy, I forgot that.
Dear Mommy is good. It's very respectful. You started that out good. You gave her your plan. And what'd she say?
Yes.
Ma, what did you say?
She came to say these things when she was in the hospital because Nevaeh did try to take her life from being bullied at school. So she was in the hospital and she was like, I don't want to live, and, you know, so I had to try to help, and I was like, we'll focus on that. We got to work on you first. So this started 3 years ago. So once she became stable and everything, I told her to write in a journal when people are doing things or anything, just keep a journal. And then with compiling her thoughts and kind of narrowing things down is when I started helping her compile, sending things to editors and trying to get things, it was all over the place, but, trying to narrow it down to something to try to create a story just to see how she could help other kids. That was basically her goal. She was like, can I be an author like you? And I'm like, of course. And and she was like, I want to write a book because I want to help people. She was talking about things that I experienced with her dad. So she was like, I went through things, so she wanted to help other kids be able to be stronger than she was. She's stronger now, but 3 years ago she wasn't. So she has came a long way.
Did you know she was being bullied?
When she would come home, sometimes I'd be like, girl, just tell them. I said, anytime somebody's saying something, just stay haters. Haters make you greater, And I would think it's something that she can, kids talk about every little thing and they be back friends. So I'm like, girl, just brush it off. But she did always come and tell me, I'm like, well, say something about them. I was like, you gonna always have people that say things about you when there's something they're lacking, because most of the time a bully is lacking something at home. So I was like, just, but it became really, really bad for her. And that's when I had to get her help. I mean, the whole hospitalized for 2 weeks. But she's came a long way. So
baby, I am so glad you were unsuccessful. You are a beautiful little girl. I mean, I know that kids get bullied and they're worse than they were when we were growing up because they see stuff on social media, reality TV. That's why I can't get into watching reality TV, because the way that the black women tear each other down, it is just horrible for me. I don't like it. And a lot of people don't realize some of that stuff is scripted. Some of it isn't scripted. But to tear down somebody else, that is just terrible. And I know it's hard. It's very hard. But I'm going to tell you, when you get older and stuff start popping out and filling out and all this and all of that, listen, it's a couple of people I went to high school with, baby, still working at Burger King. And there's nothing wrong with Burger King. You guys have great Whoppers, okay? Okay, I was just saying. Just let me throw that in. They're not paying me, but I love your food. But I am so glad you were unsuccessful. And I am so, so proud of you for turning your tragedy into triumph, because look at you now. They probably can't even spell, yet alone sit down and write a book. And I'm going to tell you, most of the time people make fun of us because we're intelligent. I used to get made fun of before I moved to Atlanta. I went to predominantly white schools. So I was very proper. I pronounced and enunciated and did all of those things. So most of the time people would say, why you sound like a white girl? And that's because I can, right now in my life at almost 38, I can be Becky and talk to you like this. Or I could be Bonquisha. I can be a chameleon, baby, and cater to the people, what y'all want. So don't let that deter you. And Mom, kudos to you, because I know you probably didn't know to what extent it was, and to go through that as a single parent, right? I would want to fight. I'm gonna tell you that right now. My children had an incident a couple of weeks ago where a little boy walked up on my daughter. She's 19. She doesn't look her age. She doesn't look her age, right? That's why she do a lot of stuff she do to make her look different, because she got made fun of. And the little boy walked up behind her. He said something sexual to her. She didn't hear it. My youngest daughter heard it. They came in the house. When I say I was so mad, my chest was doing like this. And I did not think about anything. I grabbed my slides. I ran straight out the door. And I gave that little boy a piece of my mind. Legit. I said, do not speak to my children. When you see my kids outside, do not speak to my kids. My heart was racing. I was just that mad. After I calmed down and thought about it, I'm like, dang, well, that was stupid. He could have shot you or something. You don't know what these kids doing. But as a mom, I just felt like my daughter was being harassed and threatened. And how dare you have no respect for a little black queen? How dare you? But Mom has said that she writes as well. Raina, let me see your book, girl. Let me see. You got 2 of them. I might need to read this, y'all. Y'all see this? A guide on achieving your genes. Wait. Broken to blessing. What is that about? Give me the tea, sis. Give me the tea.
So my first book was pretty much, I wrote, I'm a survivor of domestic violence.
Which one's first? Broken
to Glass.
Okay.
I am a survivor of domestic violence, so I felt like, okay, time is here. I need to heal and get over it. So I felt like it was time for me to release that. It had been over 15 years. I was abducted at gunpoint, and I was like, okay, I got to get out of this place. And we are originally from Ohio. Okay. So I came to Georgia for a better life for me and my children. I have 6 children. My oldest is at University of West Florida on a football scholarship.
Go, Mom.
Yes, he stayed in Ohio with his dad. But yes, we had to get away. You know, I was like, at this point, I mean, he pulled the trigger and he had the safety on. It literally, it was a stranger that saved my life, because I literally jumped out the car and everything, and we're not even thinking, you know, I'm like, I'd rather be out here in the highway than in a car with this crazy man. But I wrote the book to kind of help as a someone who's stuck in it, because of course they say call this domestic violence number, and sometimes you can't relate to people who you feel haven't went through something.
Right.
So I felt like I need to write this book, because I see and I still know domestic violence is still, it's actually getting worse, because I made it. You know, I survived, and it could have been my mom burying me. So I felt like I need to write this book to help somebody with, you know, a pathway. You have to have a plan. It's not easy to get out. A lot of people be like, how do they keep, you know, the point of it all, when you feel like you're stuck in a situation, no one can understand you, you just stay. You know, because I knew I was in a situation, and I'm like, okay, this is not good for me. It's very toxic, but you stay. I mean, the money wasn't there for me to leave. So my mom and my sister lived in Atlanta. We, you know, they always look like, come. I'm like, okay, victims of crime is not talking about giving nobody but like $1,000. I can't do anything with that. And so once my son got in like middle school, and that happened, I was like, I'm done. So once I got here, I haven't looked back. And I wrote this book just to kind of help others who get stuck in a situation and they feel like, you know, you're not able to escape that. So that's what I wrote the book about.
At what point did you share this with Nevaeh?
She actually asked to read the book. I never really, you know, wanted to really talk about it because they didn't have the experience that she was, you know, really young. And she read it and she kind of was sad, you know, like, I don't know how my dad could do those things or whatever, but I think it kind of made her have a deeper appreciation for me and kind of look at things that I go through or what I went through differently, you know, because sometimes kids don't know what you go through. So I think when she read the book, and my oldest read it too, he was like, wow, you know, he really didn't know, because you try to make sure your kids don't see things. So being they were older and could read it, you know, I think it helped them understand things and why I did what I did. You know?
Nevaeh, did you realize your mom went through a form of bullying? Did you know that's what she went through as well? Not only was she bullied by your dad, she kind of sort of bullied herself. She put herself in a situation and convinced herself she couldn't get out. And that's deep. You guys didn't even know you had that in common. Are you gonna cry? Are you getting emotional? Don't get emotional. That's something that's gonna bring you closer to your mommy, because you guys, maybe if you would have talked to her about your experience, you could have been in a better place also. Look at me on my Dr. Phil. Go, Mom. But meanwhile, I'm crazy as hell. I am crazy as hell, and I am self-diagnosed, baby. But I think a lot of times we kind of sort of ignore the signs. My daughter's dad was a little bit like that. He used to growl though. I don't know why he used to growl, but I think he would get so mad in the middle of a fight, he didn't know how to express himself with words, and he would just get frustrated. And I never forget, we was in Blockbuster. Let me show you how old that was. Blockbuster video. And I just remember thinking, somebody gonna whoop his tail one day for talking to me like this. He's sweet, it's just that when he gets angry, he can't express himself with words. So I am glad that both of you ladies came out of that, and hopefully when you get older and your conversations with mom are gonna change a little bit, it's good that you tackle this head on, because baby, who's picking on you, boys or girls?
Both.
both. Okay, the little boys probably liked you. The little girls now in 2020 might have liked you too. I couldn't hold that one in, y'all. I'm sorry. I couldn't. Because you know what? My daughter had a best friend a couple of years ago. She had a best friend. Not that one. That one. She did too. She did too. Actually, she got bullied too because she likes to dress gothic. And she went to school in Fulton County with the black people. And the black people, they don't be feeling that gothic, big boots, big this, big that. And she told me one day, she was like, Mommy, I was in the bathroom crying. Oh. And now I don't know where she got this new confidence at, because now she just really don't care. She be like, that's their problem, you know. But me, I still want to fight. Because we've been places where people didn't know that she was my daughter. And we were walking into a store, and they'd be like, oh, who is she? She thinks she a brat doll. I said, she really do. And then I said, that's my daughter. And their whole tune changed. And it was like, but she cute with it, though. Oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Keep talking to your mom. Keep letting mom know what's going on. And sometimes we as parents can be passive. We can. I took my daughter out all the time. Her stories be so long-winded, girl. They be so long-winded. She told me a story about being on a bus one day. I zoned out. And when I checked back in, baby, she was still talking. Love her to death, but I don't know what happened. Mom, are you taking therapy as well to learn how to be able to kind of talk to her?
I was, but she, in her sessions, I kind of listen in. So, okay. I mean, they kind of benefit both of us. So, okay. You know, how we can work, you know, on helping when things trigger her, you know, so I still.
How has COVID affected both of you guys as far as, like, being able to promote the books and like go to
right? It's been hard, you know, but thank God for social media. Yeah. The in-person is really what help when you are promoting in any business. So it has, but I haven't, you know, stopped letting that stop me. So I did her virtual book line. She has sold over 100 books. And she she does have her book in her school library for her peers to check it out. She was, you know, so they've been doing things at her school to acknowledge her as an author, and her Fulton County has an article they're going to feature on her as well. So
you're not going to the same school you was getting bullied at, right? You should be okay. That was elementary, right? That was elementary. You're in middle school now, right?
She's in the 5th grade.
Okay, so you're about to be. Okay, cool. So, is it going to be put in the school that she was being bullied at? Is she going to get to go back and talk in front of those people?
The principal is not at that school no more, but I am going to reach out and see who's still there.
Some of those people used to go to FNC West.
So have you with this new fame that you're gonna get that you're getting, are you not experiencing bullying now?
Yeah, I'm not experiencing it anymore.
Girl, you the Black Taylor Swift. High five. Don't bully me, boo, because I'm going to write about you. Period. I would too on my blog. I'm going to write about them girls that work at Burger King. And that's all I got to say on that. So where can they find you guys' books at?
On Amazon and on our website. You can say it.
It's GOAL, GetterTeam.com.
That's simple. I like that. And you see, I both of y'all got on wardrobe and attire. Nobody bought me a little shirt with glitter. You know, I can do shirts with glitter, but you got to get something to fit my muffin top. As a matter of fact, if you make that cute little shirt and a workout outfit, that'd be great for me. You know, for me and my goals in life. I am so thankful that both of you guys shared your story with me and you survived. I think sharing your testimony with people is great because it lets people know that they're not alone. That's the most important part. I'm sure you felt alone. Did you talk to any of your friends?
They was fake.
Girl, they do be fake. You are so right. You already ahead of 30-year-olds. I like her. That's my new BFF. And then my kids. No, I'm just playing. I ain't trying to get jumped in the car. I love y'all. It is so glad. I'm so glad you look up to your mom. Your mom is your inspiration because that probably helps mom too. To know that you're looking at her. Because that will change our whole dynamic, won't it? When they are looking at you. So congratulations to both of you guys.
Thank you.
You gonna have a movie. I ain't even worried about you. I act if you want me to play somebody.
Okay.
Just let me know so I can give me a good $9.99 wig, honey. I'm in it. I can't play nobody in yours because I might be a little too old. I meet the height requirements though. I do. I'm short. It has been an absolute pleasure to have these two. I'm gonna have to follow up with them. I got some big news coming for you guys at 6 p.m. tonight. So I'm gonna tell them and then I'm gonna tell y'all later. So here we go with Tory Lanez Do the Most, because Tory Lanez is out here in these streets doing the most, y'all.